Welcome back, Luke. So good to have you back on the show. It's called Wellness Spot. And yes, I do this every Wednesdays, 2 o'clock. A celebrated lifestyle disease expert, author, influencer, tons of things he does, travels the world to actually talk about good food and good health and a good lifestyle, most importantly. Today is going to be the last segment, or rather last episode of the circadian rhythm of life that we started off with this session, Wellness Spot. So Luke, what about exercise? I mean, it's not something we can do without.
Absolutely. Movement is medicine. It's as simple as that. Whether you call it exercise, whatever it is that you want to call it, movement is medicine. And yes, it's aligned to the circadian rhythm as well. Today's circadian science is showing us that even the time, and you can work out whatever time you want, subject to it suiting you. Like some people work out in the night and they cannot sleep because the body's all charged up, blood sugar levels are high, blood pressure levels are high. And by the time it settles down, high in a good way, by the time it settles down, you can't sleep. Some people can work out at night and sleep like a baby. So it's different for everyone. Some people prefer to work out in the morning so you get it done with. So even at the end of the day, if you're tired, you have no workout to do. It's different for everyone, but the circadian rhythm focuses on the point of whichever time you choose to do your exercise, try to stick to that timing. So if you exercise at 7 in the morning, try to stick at that. Because again, there are biorhythms formed with every activity that you do. Simple example, usually people have the habit of waking up in the morning, reach out for the phone. It's a rhythm, automatically open. Oh, where's my phone? Switch it on. Let's move straight to whatever it is that you put on first on your phone. Those are rhythms. The same thing with exercise. So when you exercise, your body knows, okay, it's going to move now. It starts adjusting around that. It starts adjusting post that. So everything, we don't understand. We just throw ourselves into exercise and we finish and we start and we can get back to normal work because our body's supporting us. But inside of your body, there's a lot happening after you finish the workout. There's your lactic acid that has to come down, inflammation that has to come down, because exercise in a way is a negative stress on the body, but in a positive way, which is why you work out too much. It's a negative stress only, but you work out, you relax, you take breaks. It's a positive stress. So there's a lot that goes through the body. So even maintaining the rhythms of the same exercise program, if you do yoga in the morning, try to keep it the same. So it's all really about aligning. And most people will say, how can we do this? But then the question is, how do you align your work? You don't have a choice. You have to go to work at a particular time, right? That's set for you. You have a particular lunch break at work, which you have to take. So that can be set. You can even set the other things. And the beauty of the circadian rhythm, it makes us first start off with something called planning, where we plan everything by the clock. And that itself is such a beautiful exercise because now we know what to do, when to do it, and we save a lot of time. People who have not planned their days, they don't know where their time goes, most of them. But when you've planned it, you'll find you have 2, 3, 4 hours extra in the day to use for whatever you want. So I think the beauty of the circadian rhythm is it works for your health. It works for your time management as well.
That's beautiful. Now, when it comes to exercise, some of them I know insist on exercising all 7 days a week. Some of them 6, some of them 3, some of them 2. I guess it depends from body to body, but a little bit more on what is it that we must start with and what is it that we must continue with, because there are times we also take breaks. Look, so we're talking about, this is the last episode of the session, which is the circadian rhythm of life. And you have very beautifully explained why it is so important to align ourselves to something that is absolutely natural. And the more we do that and the more disciplined we are, the better it is for our health, and which also straight out means least number of issues. And when I say issues, I think any kind of diseases. So when it comes to exercise now, different people are designed differently, mentally as well as physically, different levels of stamina, different levels of mood, different levels of, intentions, and also, the will to actually do this. So how does one kind of put all of this together and tell themselves, okay, if not 7 days a week, I can at least do it for a minimum of 2 to 3 days a week?
So it's again dependent on how sedentary you are. The more sedentary you are, the more activity you need. Let's put it that way. Working out 7 days a week is useless and ridiculous, and it's harmful because everyone knows that the science of muscle is recovery. Muscles grow better, perform better, you perform better, the heart performs better with recovery. That's why we sleep at night, because every organ needs a break. You need a break, your muscles, your bones, your brain, your eyes, it all needs a break. So the whole point is people who work out 7 days a week, it's ridiculous. They need to build in recovery. They have to build in recovery. Rest and recovery is also medicine. In fact, you get better. A lot of people in desperation to lose weight work out more and they rest less and they don't lose weight. In fact, they put on more weight. They put on more fat. The fat becomes stubborn. That's because you're creating more inflammation in your body. You're tired. Your muscles are fatigued. They can't repair. And then people say, but look at those athletes. Look at those bodybuilders. They train all the time. And look at some people in my gym, they're pumping. Yeah, but they're not telling you all the supplements, all the performance enhancement drugs that they're on that helps them with recovery. And that's why they can train. Yes, a bodybuilder can train twice a day because they eat, sleep, and train. They also sleep after a workout. They wake up, they eat, they train, and they sleep again. And then they sleep at night again. So you see, their lives are very different from us. They can do it. That's their livelihood. And they do it in a trained manner. But for everyone else, the best body results are work out one day, rest the next day. Work out one day, rest. People have to be gentle with their bodies. They think more is, better results, but less is more. That 1 hour exercise today, people are making it 30 minutes of exercise, but they're focused, they're on each movement, more form than movement. Some people just come and, they're just all over the place in the gym and with their workouts, and they've not focused on their form and they struggle. So the whole point is go easy, listen to your body. Some people work out thrice a week. That works for them. Some people don't even work out. They're just active during the day. Like I know a lot of housewives who say that, look, we don't have time to work out, but we're getting 12 to 15,000 steps because we're sweeping, we're mopping, we're chasing our kids, and they're super healthy. So, it's different for everyone. So the magic word is movement. For some people who say, look, I don't even have the time and I can't do it, and they have all the excuses, I gently warn them that, fine, you may not have the time, but you're going to have to make that time for me later and spend that money on me to fix you if you don't do it right now. So at least do 10 minutes of walk after breakfast, 10 minutes of walk after lunch, 10 minutes walk after dinner. Even that is beneficial. So the whole point is being active and moving. Now, whether you dance, you lift weights, you do yoga, that's up to you. It's completely up to you. A nice holistic exercise program will focus on muscle tone. It'll focus on flexibility. It'll focus on mobility, and it'll focus on cardio, which is your heart rate, your lung capacity, all of these little movements and everything. So, everything together, like you play a game of football. That's literally a whole workout. You're running, it's a weight bearing exercise, you're stopping, it's cardio, it's got everything in, and you get a good stretch before and after, you're sorted. So it's different for everyone. Have a nice holistic program. It shouldn't be the same old boring thing. You go to the gym, 15 minutes on the treadmill, 15 minutes on the cycle, 15 minutes on the elliptical, lift a few weights, next day, back to normal. No, keep changing because the body also plateaus. It gets used to the same movement. And sometimes the best way to break a plateau is with rest. I've given people a complete week of exercise, just yoga and gentle walk, no more training. And then their weight suddenly dips again. So that's how we look at it.
Oh, that's beautiful. And that is definitely eye-opening, because it's important for us to realize and recognize that every body is different. Every mind is different, and the way we function is also different. So I think the first and the most important is the will to actually get down to aligning everything and knowing that if there is some sort of discipline and some sort of manner in which we try to, start loving ourselves, then I think everything will fall into place. So the circadian rhythm of life, we've literally celebrated it in the very first season of Wellness Spot with Luke Coutinho. Thank you so much of this. I'm sure next week we're going to have a new subject, a new topic to talk about.
You're welcome, Annie. And if people want to learn more on the circadian rhythm, we wrote a whole book, and it's a free download. They can go onto our website, lukecoutinho.com, and they can download the entire book. And it explains everything in detail. It's a fantastic book. It's internationally accepted right now, and it's all over. People in hospitals across the US have been downloading the books as well and sharing it with their patients. So it's done pretty well. It's a free download. People can learn more by downloading the book. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. LukeCoutinho.com. And Luke Coutinho, of course, is what he is on every social media platform. So if you want to follow him, ask any more questions, you can also DM it to me or straight to him. Thank you once again, Luke. I can't wait to see you next week.
Thank you, Annie. It's always good seeing you. Thank you.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from Radio 1.